Okay, here I want to solve the equations by factoring. So for example, this one here, what I do is two brackets like this. To make x squared, I know it's x and x. To get a plus sign here, it has to be two minus signs because here is a minus sign. And then to make 6 could be 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. I want 5x in the middle, which means these numbers must add to give me 5. So clearly it's 2 and 3. So 2 will go here, 3 will go here. Again, always check by expansion to make sure. X times x, x squared, minus 3x, minus 2x does give minus 5x, and then minus 2 times minus 3 does give plus 6. Then that equals 0, which means this could be 0, or that could be 0. If that is 0, then x will be 2. If this is 0, x will be 3, which means then my answer is simply x equals 2 or 3. Okay, next example, this one here. So once again, I know it's two brackets. I know it's x and x to make x squared here. I know it's a plus sign and a minus sign to get a minus at the end. And then I write down the factors of 24. So 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. And what I want is a difference of 2. Here is minus 2, so the gap should be 2. Well, clearly this one here, the gap is 2. And is it 4, 6 or 6, 4? Again, the clue is here with a minus sign. The bigger one must be minus, which means here must be 6, here must be 4. And again, always check by expansion. So x times x, correct, x squared, minus 6x plus 4x is minus 2x, and then 4 times minus 6 does give minus 24. So then all you need to do, that can be 0 or this can be 0 for it to work. If the first bracket is 0, that means x must be negative 4. If this one is 0, that means x must be 6. Therefore, x can be either minus 4 or 6. And that will be the answer we need here. Okay, the next one, we have the a term as 2. So here it's not 1 anymore, but 2. And that means I can factorize this because we have prime numbers. 2 and 3 are both prime, so factorizing it is certainly feasible by guess and check. So to make 2x squared, there is no choice. It must be 2x times x. They're all plus signs. And to get the 3, either 1, 3 or 3, 1. If I do 3, 1 and check, I can see at once it won't work because that's 2x squared, that's fine. But 2x here and 3x here together give me 5x, not 7x. Which means therefore it has to be 1, 3. And if I check now, it does work. 2x times x, 2x squared. Here is plus 6x, plus 1x is 7x, and then plus 3 at the end. Now, again, that can be 0, or this can be 0. Here, if I have 2x plus 1 equals 0, that will be x equals negative 1/2 if I just rearrange it and solve. Here, x plus 3 equals 0, x will be minus 3. So, answers x equals negative 1/2 and minus 3. Okay, next one here. Again, we have prime numbers for A and for C. We have 3 and 2, so therefore guess and check is perfectly reasonable. So 2 brackets to make 3x squared, no choice, 3x and x. And for the 2, either 1, 2 or 2, 1. Now which one is more likely? Well, 1, 2, because if I do 3x times 2, I get 6x, and here I get 1x, subtract, I get 5x. Again, it's guessing and checking, but after a while it becomes more like intuition and checking. So, plus sign here means here must be plus, and here is minus. But again, very important, always check by expansion. So 3x times x, correct, 3x squared. Here, plus 6x minus 5x is plus 5x. Minus 1 times 2 is minus 2. So it all works out correctly. And then that can be 0, or this can be 0. So here, 3x minus 1 equals 0. X equals 1/3. And here, x must be minus 2. So the answer, x equals 1/3 or minus 2. Okay, the last one we're doing is this. Now, normally you would not factorize this. It's too much work. You would use the formula that we're doing in the next lesson. But you could factorize it, and we did it in fact in a previous video. I can factorize that into 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 5 equals 0. The method for that you will see in a previous video. But again, if you just check, it does work. 3x times 2x is 6x squared, plus 15x minus 4x is 11x, and then minus 10. Now this I will do again the next video with a formula. It's easier. But that could be 0, that could be 0. So 3x minus 2 equals 0. 3x equals 2. X could be 2/3. Here, 2x plus 5 equals 0. 2x equals minus 5. X equals minus 5 over 2. So those are my two answers. This one and that one.